Okay. So,
Yeah.
in our series of interviewing past and present members of the Macedon Rangers Bowling Club, I have Jack Duggan with me, who was a club champion back in 2003, although he believes this honour board's wrong and it was 2005, and bowled for Macedon for about 8 years before moving on.
Probably. Mightn't have been quite that long, but
Yeah. Welcome, Jack.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit, give us a bit of an introduction as to who is Jack?
I've grown up on a farm in Ballarat, and we sold the farm in late '95. I've shifted to Macedon on, I reckon it was just on Christmas in '96, and I remember that distinctly because the changeover date, I didn't want to be there Christmas Day, so I think I went there Boxing Day, and it was one of the stupidest things I've ever done.
Would have been busy.
Yeah, no, it was busy, but it's just a bad time of year to be trying to shift.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought I'd have Christmas at home though. Yeah.
Yep. So you told me you bought the hotel?
Motel. Yeah. Black Forest Motel.
Black Forest Motel.
Black Forest Drive.
Yeah. And your reason for whipping down and joining Macedon?
Look, I've just shifted to a new area. I knew no one. And I'd always fancied, even though I'd never bowled, just having a game of bowls. And might have been, a year or so after I shifted there, I went down, and as a result, it's pretty similar to the club I'm at now. You're always guaranteed of a game. So I was given a pair of old brown bowls with pliers on them and told I was bowling next Saturday, so which was great. And like, I always felt comfortable there because you're always guaranteed of a game, no matter what the form was. And I've just met some great people.
For those wondering, we're up in Bendigo at the moment at the Happy Wanderer Hotel, a lovely hotel. Reason Jack and I are in Bendigo is we not together, but individually came up to play Country Week Bowls, the big Country Week Bowls competition up here. There's literally thousands of bowlers up here. Unfortunately, day two, we've both bombed out. Well, yeah, we did our best. Are you playing the fours?
Yes.
There we go. So you've at least got a second chance.
I have, yeah. No, we've done quite well in the fours other years, but no guarantees.
Yeah. So playing for Macedon was your first experience of bowls?
It certainly was. Yeah.
What year was that again, sorry?
I think it would have been about start '97 or something like that. Yeah.
And you've pretty much played bowls consistently since that.
I have, yeah. When I sold the motel, I shifted back to Ballarat and did road works. I was driving water trucks. That played part time then, just when you had to work half the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who do you play for now?
Mount Saviour.
Mount Saviour.
Yeah.
There we go. So why did you decide to play for Macedon? Was it just they were the closest, or?
Oh, they were the closest, and I've always had this theory: closest bowling club's your best one.
Yep.
They're all pretty similar.
Yep.
And just a bit of an offshoot of that, there's a bloke called Norm Hughes. Did you ever know Norm? He was greenkeeper.
No, Norm was before my time.
Yeah, no, but Norm, I've actually lured him to Macedon, to Mount Saviour, and we're great mates.
There we go.
Yeah, he bowls a lot of crap, but he's a good bloke.
So you're poaching members, got it.
Yeah, no, he actually shifted to Ballarat, and he hung out with me for a year because he was in the middle of trying to buy a house and all that.
Yeah. No, fair enough. This would be Jack's brother, I believe. Well, brother, yeah.
No relation.
No relation.
No,
but
don't know him.
But anyway, what would you say was your best on the green memory of your bowls journey?
Oh, there haven't been many highlights. I think I know I've played in the grand final or two for Macedon. I'm not sure if we ever won any. No doubt, the highlight of my limited career was winning the club championship
Yep.
at Macedon.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is your best off the green memory during your bowls experience?
Just one that springs to mind. My first game. I've been in the motel. You were sort of pretty pushed of us that day, and I was picked in a bloke called Billy Tunn's rink.
Yep.
And he said to be there at, I think bowls started at about 1:30 or 1:15. You had to be there at 22, and I said, why? Because I was pushed for time. Oh, well, you got to have 4 stubbies before you start. This is Billy's rules, and I know Glenn Humphrey still bowls with you.
Yes, he does.
Great friends of that family.
Yep.
And they're great people.
Yep.
Brendan Plowman, he was there when I started, but he nicked off to Wood End, and he's still travelling now. He just got the wonders. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What has been your biggest challenge of your bowls career, either on the green or off the green?
Biggest challenge. Taking it seriously enough, I think. I bowl for fun.
Yep.
And always have and probably always will.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you've continued the trend of having a few drinks before the game?
No, I don't actually. I'm just getting older. I can't do it anymore. I would if I could.
Fair enough. What would you say has been your best game that you've played?
Oh, shit. There's not many. Don't know. Every now and then you have a standout game. I think everyone strikes that. There's not too many, mate.
Yeah. You wish the list was longer.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Over the time you've been playing, there's been heaps of changes in the format of the game, how it's played, all sorts of things. What are the biggest changes that you've seen during your bowls journey?
With COVID, they cut it back to 21 ends, which for my age suits me fine. But I know a lot of people still wish it was 25. They're trying to shorten seasons. For little clubs, it's going to put them out of existence. The one I'm at is a similar size to Macedon.
Mm-hmm.
And if they cut it back to 14 games, we play 18 now, but clubs have got to derive a bit of revenue to survive, particularly little ones.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to see that happen.
Yeah. Who would you say are some of the most interesting people you've met over, particularly at Macedon or in that region?
Oh, well, no, some a standout for me, and I know it was Dave Clements when I first started.
Yeah.
Very good bowler, do absolutely anything he could. Didn't have to be within the rules to win. Dave is just he's a great bloke.
Yeah.
And I know he's passed on now, Dave, but he was probably my biggest influence early.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also got the title of life member as well.
I think
and so
should have if he hasn't.
Yes, and so did does his wife Rosemary, who is still with us.
Oh yeah.
Rosemary was actually one of my first interviews.
Right.
Or was my first interview.
Very good.
Yeah, lovely, interesting story she had.
Yeah.
Bowls is a game of mischief at times. People get up to some silliness on and off the green. Did you or someone you know ever get up to any mischief during your bowls career? And if so, what did you get up to?
It's just not my nature to be mischievous, but I do distinctly remember probably my first year of bowls. I was bowling in the ton with Graham Hobbs,
Mm-hmm. who still plays for Macedon.
I know he does.
Yep.
But not forget, I was just new. Hobbsy was skip and I was third. And anyway, someone had taken the kitty into the ditch, and I probably had a foot or something to draw it. So I went down and it just trickled into the ditch, and Hobbsy picked it up and went bang, Then my next one, I thought, well, look, it's useless being short, so I did exactly the same thing. Hobbsy picked me next bowl up and I found it 40 metres away somewhere. Is he changed?
No. You don't want to get on his bad side.
Graham,
but Gail, his wife,
Gail,
she keeps him sort of in line.
No, Hobbsy's a good bloke. Had a lot of fun.
You also get a lot of interesting characters playing bowls. Some very unusual personalities.
Yeah, you do. Like the bloke that's bowling with us now, Norm Hughes, he's got legs on him like toothpicks. Not a bad bowler, and we just have heaps of fun. Like it's just like the old Macedon days with me and Norm.
Yep.
Saturday night, he'll generally pick me up, take me to bowls. We sort of have a couple of beers after, and then he'll get home. And his wife Lynn, we were out for dinner one night, and she said, "Oh, look, I'm awfully embarrassed about Norm putting all this time in at your place." And I said, "Oh no, he's not too bad." So I never see him when he's there. I said, "His arse is always hanging out the fridge." So that went down well.
Fair enough. If you could have your time over, what do you think you'd change about your bowls?
If I had my time over, I'd have started playing bowls as soon as I finished football. I left it till I was 50 years of age. Younger ones have just got so much more advantage, they're younger, more flexible, and it'd be just so much easier if you had to start it, a bit earlier.
It's amazing how many people say that.
You do, but I was trying to run a farm at the time, and you think you're saving the world, but you're just being a fool to yourself.
Fair enough. So we come to the last question for those watching who might not have played bowls before or have only just started playing. This is the hardest question. Why bowls?
I'm not altogether in favour of... I know we need young people in bowls. I understand that. But if a young bloke wants to play cricket or tennis or whatever, there's still time for bowls after. But I know this goes against what I just said about starting too late. Look, it's just the social aspect. Look, so many friends you make. Look, you come up here even to Bendigo. I haven't met a bad person here. Just have a ball, it's all fun. I don't take it too seriously, and just a great game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you,
young
Shane.
Jack.
Good on you.
You're welcome. You have a lovely time. Good luck with your fours.
Yeah. I meant to hang a bit more shit on a few people for that.
So we're back. We disappeared, but then we started talking, and Jack realised he had a couple of other favourite memories, and he had a personal too he wanted to hang something on. So
I might leave the people alone in case I go back to Macedon one day. But one of my favourite memories of bowls at Macedon was after the game, sitting at the front veranda with a can in my hand, looking up at the cross. Magic it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so for the time being, someone who's current president of the club, starts with I, last initial G,
Yeah.
He's off the hook. There's no...
No, I wouldn't dare hang it on green. It does too much for bowls.
Fair enough. Awesome. Thanks, Jack.
Good on you.